This is completely insane. Before you is a video, but this is a picture of an actual woman that has been taking hormones that make her appear to be male. This is a woman. So that's why when people try to tell me, oh, such and such is a man, such and such is a woman, I try to tell them that you don't know. You really don't know. This is an adult woman. And personally, we don't give a shit about what you do with yourself. If you want to, you can stick your vagina in a blender. We don't give a damn. You're an adult. The problem we have is that for some magical reason, we can't get them to stay away from kids. As an adult male, if I cannot protect my children, then what good am I? If I cannot protect my children from women and men who, because of their lifestyle choices, they cannot have children, so they have to recruit mine, then what good am I if I cannot stop my kids or protect my kids from people like this? I can't pass judgment on this person. I'm just going off of what they're telling us they're doing. Reading. This is from Libs of TikTok. So this is another thing that's promoted on TikTok. Trump, I don't know, he kind of screwed the pooch on this one. He should have banned it or put more safeguards in there. But I was on TikTok for a couple of seconds. It was disgusting. It was horrible. I couldn't take it. It was just too much nonsense and just trying to foment anger. I guess because USAID cannot foment anger in the media, they're going to put a lot of their resources and hope they can create false anger on TikTok. And they're actually doing a good job. So keep that in mind when you watch this video.
Hey, my name's Max. If you've been following along, I am a transgender man that is preparing to flee the United States.
Transgender man means it's a woman that wants to be, that's pretending to be a man, just like a transgender woman is a man pretending to be a woman. Wait a minute. Fuck. All right, I'm lost. Well, go ahead.
Today I want to...
But this is a woman. This is a woman for sure that just has a beard. It looks like kind of like a hobbit in a way, but like I don't know. But it's a woman.
Talk about Spain, which is my number one option for where I would go to. If you could please follow me. I'm very close to getting into the TikTok Creators Fund. I just need more followers. I have about 7,500 and I need 10,000. Any of the money that I get from views or that Creators Fund goes towards me fleeing. There are many reasons why Spain is my number one option.
Now, we have to ask ourselves, why would this person feel they need to flee from the United States? What are they fleeing away from? What are you facing prosecution for? I guess we're about to find out.
And I really hope that this video reaches people in Spain. That would be incredible, so that I could get more insights. The number one reason being that I am fleeing with a family that has a trans kid.
Bingo. There we go. I am fleeing. So let's read what it says. Following Trump's executive orders, a woman pretending to be a man says she's fleeing the United States to Spain with a trans kid because they offer gender affirming care. What does gender affirming care mean? It means we are going to take an underage child and we're going to sterilize them before they can make their own decisions, before they can decide if they want to drink, before they can decide if they can get a tattoo, before they can decide if they can smoke, before they can do anything. I, as a woman who's pretending to be a man, cosplaying, I have found a family sick enough to give me access to a child that I can now groom and hopefully find a hospital in Spain that would mutilate this child to create another one of me, since I cannot physically create my own children. What does gender affirming care consist of? Well, it just depends on if you're a boy and a girl or a girl. One of the first things that is lost when you take hormones or when you take puberty blockers, or when you do the surgeries, is you lose the sensation for sex. Your sexual nerves are destroyed. If you're a male and your family or someone like this convinces your mentally ill mother to give you access and they start performing, giving you these pills, you will develop a micro penis once you grow older because your penis will never develop. It's a puberty blocker. Now, once your body passes that phase in your life, just because you stop taking those hormones or the puberty blockers, your body's not going to just catch up and then all of a sudden you start growing some dick at 25. That's not how it works, unfortunately. And a lot of this technology, a lot of this, the medicine or whatever, these procedures that they're doing on these people, it's experimental. It was invented in the late 90s and it still has not been perfected yet. The rumor is that Michelle Obama is one of these. It used to be a man named Michael. However, he would be one of the oldest. As far as I can tell, a few months ago, September was the last time we've seen him on video. And you can tell that whatever they were doing the years prior, it's not working anymore because he's starting to present as male again. Michelle Obama is starting to look like a man. They said that there are several reasons for why the hormones and the that the estrogen is not working anymore. And they said it could be something due to a medical issue that the person is having, and the treatment doesn't work anymore. What I'm saying that to say is that they don't really know because all of this is highly experimental and it's relatively new when it comes to human medical science. This is all experimental. And what this sicko is saying that they're doing is they're trying to find a country where they're going to allow surgery on underage children still. Now, here in the United States, it's becoming banned because of Trump. Now these hospitals have to stop doing it. Trump's not playing games. The American people are no longer playing games. You will be prosecuted. There are doctors who have done double mastectomies on young girls. You give it another 6 months, they will be prosecuted. They will be going to prison because they broke their medical oath to never do harm. If a patient came to you and said, hey, because I am into, I don't know, having sex with whatever, I want you to remove my arm, would you remove it? No. Then why would you remove breasts? Why would you remove any other organ on someone's body based on their sexual proclivity? It doesn't make sense. So if you're a surgeon and the greed, or you're mentally ill, but which I don't know how you even make it through medical school with these kind of mental issues, but if you're willing to do unnecessary surgeries on mentally ill patients who are likely autistic, then you do deserve to be in prison. And this person is running and hoping to find somewhere that will do a surgery on the child before the child figures out what's going on and doesn't want to do it anymore, or before they run out of options and the kid is no longer going through a phase. The scary part is we don't know how old this child is. It can be a child as old as 2 years old. There's videos that I've shared where there's a woman saying that her kid told her that he wanted to be a she at 1.5 years, which is impossible, but it's also ridiculous. Kids don't even know they're alive, let alone what sex they want to be or if they're going to have sex. That's disgusting for you to even talk about that with your child, especially one as young as 2 years old. But they're doing these, breast mutilation surgeries on little girls as young as 12. Some reports as 11 years old. So what we're doing now as Americans, as adults, is we have to protect children. But sometimes the people they look unassuming like this. And they remember they can't have their own kids. They have yours. And they're fleeing. So what do the laws in Spain look like? Well, there are child abuse laws in Spain. In 2021, they had enacted some new ones. However, a mere 2 years later, Spain passes new transgender law allowing minors to get treatment without parental consent. They had to make it seem as if the public was behind this to get these laws passed. Can we say that this is something that is likely the result of a campaign that was funded by USAID? I would say it is. Because there's no way people and part of the public, the regular public, would just want to pass new laws that would harm and mutilate children without your parents' consent. But when you have enough protesters show up pretending that they are a reflection of the public, then sometimes these lawmakers thinking they're going to lose their jobs or get voted out, they go along with it. Now that USAID has been exposed, a lot of these protests are non-existent, and the pressure is going to leave. I can see Spain, I can see Spain rejecting this in the near future, and that's why this woman is saying that they might have to come up with a backup plan if Spain fails. Just listen.
And so that kid is going to need to have access to healthcare.
And that's not healthcare. Mutilation surgery, removing body parts, basically destroying your sexual organs and sterilizing you. That's the opposite of healthcare.
And specifically gender affirming care. And Spain has really good gender affirming care. I'm also going to need healthcare because of needing to be on hormones. I'm also choosing Spain because I hear transportation there is really good, and I'm not going to have a car. The reason I'm thinking Europe in general is because once you get an EU passport, it is incredibly easy to travel to other European countries.
Now, I'm not in law enforcement, but as far as I can tell, this person's already premeditating child trafficking. And if this person in their physical condition, they are likely going to be looking to have relations with this child, which is why they're pushing so hard to do this and to get the child out of the country. There has to be a law against someone planning on trafficking a child for the purposes of sex. There has to be laws against that. Right now, this person is taking a huge risk coming on the internet, but that just means that they're desperate. These are the people that were hiding in the shadows the past several years. And now they're exposing themselves because the walls are closing in around them. The media apparatus in the United States is no longer in their support. The Black community is no longer going to protect them. And the gay community fears prison. So the ones who are saying, I'd rather die than go to jail, they're going to commit acts of terror. The other ones who would rather stay alive are going to try to flee. However, they're going to try to take children with them that don't belong to them, and they're going to manipulate families. We do need law enforcement to step in. We cannot allow this to continue.
I know a lot of countries are starting to lean more right. And
it's not that they're leaning right. It's just that countries already have laws. I don't know of any countries in the world that openly support having molesting children and having mutilation surgery for children just out in the open. There are some countries where sex tourism is a big deal and they make a lot of money and they just turn a blind eye, but there's nothing on the book saying that it's legal. This person is desperate to find another country because I guess, like I'm saying, Spain is even going to have to get rid of those laws as well. Hopefully Trump is going to give them an ultimatum where they have to get rid of that law.
And be able to travel if need be, if I need to flee a second time.
This person's obviously on the run. This person is acting like someone who murdered someone here in the US and they're trying to figure out how to get away, which is, if you're a child molester, if you're someone who's harming children, in my books, you're worse than a murderer. Some people murder for a reason, a good reason. This person is abusing children for sexual gratification. This person's trying to build his own girlfriend. The only other option this person would have had if they weren't so paranoid is they would have tried to adopt. They just don't have a partner that is also a sicko as well that they could find in time enough to do so. So now they're manipulating another family so they can have access to their child. Equally as sick, but it's still the same outcome. We cannot allow this to continue. The Russians don't allow it. And I think all other countries, whether if you want to be an ally of the United States, you're going to have to come up with new laws that protect children or else.
I really hope it doesn't happen. The places that I've heard are the most trans friendly are going to be Barcelona, Madrid, and Valencia. I am specifically looking at Valencia. So I would love to hear any insights that Spanish people have about these cities. Something that I have heard from a lot of my viewers that are living in Spain is that a lot of apartments don't have AC. So just a heads up. Since I'm a therapist,
There's no AC in hell either. You might want to get used to the warmth.
I would be attempting to get a digital nomad visa while still providing therapy for clients in the US, in the state that I have my license active in. However, if things get worse, you can claim asylum as a transgender person. They do have gender identity specific asylum processes. I have been at
The only place I know that does asylum for pedophiles is the state of Israel. That's pretty much the only one where they all run and flee to. I'm surprised she's not talking about going to Israel. I guess they haven't got the memo.
Then it is smarter to first apply for the tourist visa, and then once you actually get to Spain, then apply for the digital nomad visa or claim asylum or whatever visa options you're looking into. Okay.
Just FYI, we have to catch this person soon. These people don't last forever. They typically self-delete before the age of 34. By the looks of this woman pretending to be a man, they're about 27. So we don't have many more years, but we do want to stop them for the next several years before they self-delete from harming any more children. That is the goal. We have to track, trace, and database these mentally ill people who are committing terrorist attacks, but they're also hunting children. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the video, Safe and Effective Podcast. I'm Right Wing Rico. We'll be back in about another hour with another video. But I was unaware of these things, so I share these videos for my audience. Also, I'm just looking to take the place of people who are now dropping every day. The same light that's right behind my camera shining on my face, these other people who did something to themselves back in 2021, it's the lighting that they're having a reaction to, and then they're falling out and they're no longer with us. So what I'm doing is I'm just throwing my hat in the ring so that I can be available to do interviews and make content and, be a journalist to fill the gap when these other people fall. It's not been that long, but it's happening every day. I share videos about it and they keep getting blocked. But a lot of people are not waking up the next day because of what happened in 2021. I didn't participate. So I'll be here to talk to people. So I'm going to be helping fill in some of those spaces and help explain stuff to you. So do me a favor, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Here comes a word from one of our sponsors. I'm not monetized or anything, so if you don't mind sharing the videos, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you and cheers.
I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com.